Welcome to Challenge the Road. Perfect UK weather. Look at it. Look at the rain. You can hear it. And there's some good news though. It's the 1st of March. And my wife said, brilliant, Richard, your sad disease will be going today. And if anyone knows what that is, was it seasonal something disorder? You know, I'm dyslexic. I don't know what it is. I'll probably say it the wrong way around. But she said it's going to be ending. There's more light now. It's going to be 2 hours more light. So it's really good. I've got another sort of disease I didn't know I had that's going to finish, which is great because obviously I've got OCD, she tells me. I've got, well, she wants me to do an ADHD. I've probably got that wrong as well. Test. I'm heavily dyslexic. Now I've got this sad thing that's going to end. Brilliant. So I'm really happy. So let's go out. Anyway, we're in a Defender, a 400e. Oh, I've had it for 2 days now. And we're going to talk about it. I'm going to tell you about Land Rover Defenders. This is very, very good. I've only had it a couple of days. It drives really, really nice. Now, I'm going to do another video on this, on all the different bits, but we just run through. You've got Defender 90, 110, 130. If you want to know what that means, 90 means 90 inches. It's actually 93. 110 means 110 inches. This is wheelbase. And 130 means 110 inches wheelbase. Actually, it doesn't. I actually tried to look this up. It says it's 13 inches longer. And then somewhere else said it's the same, but it's got more room inside. So anyway, I don't know. Maybe they just like rounding up numbers. Maybe it's an accountant's thing, a marketing thing. But anyway, 130 is not 130. But this is the hybrid 400e. I've been watching tons of videos on these cars. No one's done it like this, and I'm absolutely soaked. It's raining out there, and I want to show you something actually on the front. I put a camera here just to show you. But basically, this is a hybrid. It says it's got 27 miles. I think that's about 20. You've got 3 different modes which we'll run through. So I've got EV, which is EV, but it will still go to petrol. But it goes up to 85 mile an hour, which is pretty high. We've got hybrid, which is the standard mode, and we've got save. We're going hybrid to start. Now, you probably think 20 miles, what's the point? But actually, it's actually fine. I think if you can have a charger at home, all these EVs and hybrids are all around your individual driving. There's no one size fits all, although saying that, we're down a country lane and that is a big pothole. Thank you. Okay, out the pot. Mustn't talk about roads today either, otherwise I get very angry. So, EV, hybrid, save. Now the save is good. I actually used it earlier because I went out, done another drive, and I put save on, so I've saved half the battery. So this is where I see the future being. You may be using petrol outside London, and then you can just sort of hold this back and use the battery when you're in cities, towns, or even when the villages have a lot of, Jesus, the road. Oh, you probably saw that, but we'll go into that more with that. So suspension is good. I'd say it's probably a little bit softer than the Vantage actually, but not a lot. I like it, and you know, there's 3 things we really look at. Is steering is very, very good. The brakes are very good, even though they've got regeneration, they feel very good, and accelerator feels good. One thing I have noticed, it's got quite a nice sound. It sounds a bit offbeaty, flat 4ish, so it sounds quite nice. Now 2023 models, as we know, everyone's talking about it. I've left these aids on, so they will, and it is quite distracting. The steering will pull me back to the middle, and it caught me out the other day on a motorway. I thought I'd just swing across, didn't indicate, and it pulled me back. The problem is when we're going down here, and we'll look at this now. So I'm going down here, I'll go through this, I'll show you this puddle thing. Look, big puddle here, watch. But a lot of the time there's potholes and everything, and I'm having to swing out, and obviously the car's trying to pull me back. But some of these potholes, honestly, they're going to just ruin your tyre. They're massive. So you can just turn that off here, but the purpose of this, I'm just going to leave it on. The other thing is, it's got a speed limiter. We haven't heard it yet because I'm such a safe, slow driver now. But it will dong, and we'll wait for that. It will dong if I go over the speed limit. Now, I can turn that off here with 3 presses, but we'll do more on that because this is just a driving video. But when we come along here, if I think, just try and get the right road. If I try and, so it's in a pothole, boom, and obviously it tries to pull me back. So I can just turn that off here. Can I? It must be so it's a couple of seconds and it turns it off. I would probably prefer that it's the other way round, that I could just turn them on and off as I wish, rather than it. The last journey I done, the steering must have pulled 6 or 7 times. It's only a 5-mile journey, and that's literally just because there's so much water today. I'm looking at the water thinking, oh, I don't know if I need to be a bit over here. Otherwise, on the car, I think it drives really well. And obviously we had the Range Rover, and I was trying to really analyse the differences. The Range Rover feels more luxurious, I know. This feels more sporty, and I think that's quite a good thing. I feel like the driving position, I'm slightly more on top of the car than in the car, but I haven't got the other car here, but I feel quite sporty. The steering feels sporty. It feels quite, I'd say agile is the word, and I know this is a 2.5 ton car, but it feels quite agile. It doesn't feel like it's a big lump moving around. It feels fine. When you start pushing on a bit and you brake, you do start to feel the weight of the car. Oh, here we go, there's the donging. So I'm over the speed limit, so I can press this button here, comes up on the dash. I'm on high assistance. I can go custom, I haven't tried that yet, and I can go low. So I'm going to put it on low. I was probably, what was I doing? I didn't look at the speedo, but maybe it's probably 5 or 6 mile an hour over, and that will start donging. In fairness, it does slow you down a bit, because cars like this are so cosseting. You drive along and you don't sometimes realise your speed. Right, so we're in Lamberhurst now. I'm going to turn right, and we're going to go down a typical sort of, what sort of road would I call this? It's not a country lane, but it's the Bayham Road. It's quite bumpy. It's got lots of nice corners. It's got lots of potholes. It's got everything on this. So we're going to go through here, and I'm going to tell you exactly how it feels. Speed bump here. Now this has got smaller tyres, so they feel really good, and I keep saying to people, don't go for those big boomer 23-inch gangster rims, because it ruins the ride. The ride on this is absolutely fine, very acceptable, no problem. So this is a thing here that would have pulled on the steering, because I've gone round a speed warning thing they've put in the road, but the steering would have jerked me back then. Right, let's go through, come out the 30, thank you. It's so wet the way you can see the screen. And the other thing is this, I've never had a car get so much water on the screen. We'll do that a bit more down here. So we're coming down here, terrible conditions. The car feels absolutely planted. I've got total confidence in this car. Makes me feel happy. Maybe that's because it's the 1st of March, like my wife said, but it makes me feel happy, this car. Let's come down here, technical section. Sort of got just pushed a little bit. Coming through here. Look at the water. Here we go. Big splash. It wasn't as big as I thought, but up the hill. Feels a bit like it's not really going. But I mean, obviously petrol mode. Through here. Can't get worse conditions. It feels nice because it feels like I have to lean a bit to drive it, but it's pretty exceptional, really good. And the funny thing is, I was on Auto Trader last night, probably too late actually, it was about 2 in the morning, and I thought, really want to get one, but there's one problem with this car that will stop me from getting it. We'll go through that later, or maybe the next video. Down here, this is really bumpy. It's like the worst road in the world. They've got like a gully over here. I've got Audis coming at me, Jaguars. Here we go. So through this bit, it's very good, very compliant. You look at the road, jeez. Coming down here, concentrate a little bit. Look at the water today. Right. Let's get some puddles. Let's see how much of the windscreen we will be able to see. So here we go. Jeez. Yeah, well, I've never had a car fill the front screen with water like this. I don't know if it's because of the arches or what it is, but up here, I almost want to be driving over here because there's so much water, but I would be pulled back with the steering. So, yeah. So I'm really enjoying this car. I'm missing the Taycan a bit, to be honest. I think this is better than the Taycan, just because I've got the hybrid, and I feel that would be is the best solution. The only thing I've got some feedback from owners as well. Towing capability on this is good, but it's lower than the normal car. They only make the P400e in 110 range, and it's got 3-ton towing. I think the normal one is 3.5 tons, so they're things you've got to look at. What other things have we got on this? We spoke about the looks, have we? I suppose. I think it looks the nuts. I saw one when they first coming out, and it must have been probably the 130, and I think it just looked too big. I don't like the wheel on the back. I'll just take that off. I almost reversed into like a wall. I forgot it was on there when I first got it, so I would probably take that off, and I'd have some tyre foam, also reduce the weight of the car down. Interior wise, I'm going to do another video on that because I want to get some lovely B-roll shots. We didn't have time today, this is just a drive, but I think they've done it really well. It's nicely judged. It's not like a top of the range Range Rover and luxurious, but it's got touches of old Defender and then modern touches with the screen, and I think it's done really well. I'm sure these buttons and stuff are different, but I don't know what spec this is. I don't know what engine it was, to tell the truth, until I just drive the cars. Drives really nice. I'm sure there was haptic on the other Range Rover, but I can't remember. There was a double screen. This has got buttons, but again, I don't mind the buttons, work quite well. The phone's causing me problems. It's still getting very hot. It doesn't seem to charge very well. I need to go to a cable, and signal is very poor, but I'm going to try and remedy that. I've got some ideas. Other thing is, if you're still here, you're still watching the video, I'm going to give away some air tags to 4 people in the comments and members. I'm going to do that probably Sunday. Once this video's gone out, everyone's had a chance to view it. So if you comment or you're a member, you're going to go straight into that draw, and Active Digital are going to send them out to you. So yeah, so I hope you enjoy these videos. Obviously, I'm very pleased it's the 1st of March, and so is my wife, and there'll be more videos soon, and I'll see you again soon.